Hey guys, welcome to the channel. My name is PhillyBeatzU, and in this video, we'll be taking a look at the 1997 Pokemon pre-release game, the beta game of Gold and Silver that was basically never released. The footage on the screen right now is actually some of the scrapped footage that people were able to compile over the years, and that you can see on the screen right now. And that's all we had. That's all we talked about. Many Pokemon theories that we talked about over the years also about, you know, unreleased Pokemon, the Pokemon that never became real. Well, those are the tidbits we got from this game. But finally, today is the day that we were actually able to get a release of this game. The full ROM is out right now. And as well as we can take a look at all the Pokemon, what they used to be, their stats, the complete data mine, basically, of this old game is out right now. And that's what we'll be taking a look at in this video. The 1997 Spaceworld Gold and Silver pre-release beta. So here we go. Here are some of the Pokemon that were colored from the game. These sprites are actually not real colored sprites. People put the colors to it to make some of these fake mons, or not fake mons, but they're real mons. They were scrapped mons. Look kind of legit. And as you can see, there's a lot of Pokemon we haven't seen before here. And this one's kind of funny. I just want to point this one out. This is Evolved Ditto, and that looks absolutely creepy. These are the black and white versions of them. This is the actual sprites you would find in this game. If you play this game, you would find these colored sprites, or these uncolored sprites. And then I believe there was a website page. I will put all the links to the stuff in the description below. That pretty much gave the breakdown of the sprites, the different types of trainers you see in this game, the town maps, the things that were different, the glitches and everything. But all this was actually able to be found within a Word document that they put together, an Excel document, a complete Google document. And that's the one that you guys should check out. It is in the description below. So click that link to take a look at it yourselves in depth. But we're just going to look at it together in this video. And of course, you can speed up the video to get to the interesting parts where you need to. I'll probably put timestamps to when the analysis starts of these Pokemon. So I'm going to open up the document for it. And here it is. There is the full-blown Google Doc talking about all the Pokemon. And it talks about the Pokemon, the final one, the demo version. So as you can see, this is the demo, this is the final. It has a demo and then the final. So as we go down, if things are not available in the final release of Gold and Silver, well, then they wouldn't be there and it'll be not available. So these are the Generation 1 Pokemon. Scrolling down, nothing absolutely insane about Gen 1. You'll see some beta designs, but besides that, nothing more for Gen 1. The most interesting thing that we want to talk about is Generation 2. And Generation 2 is the age of the baby Pokemon. That's when baby Pokemon started to become a thing. And when we go through this, guys, you're going to see a lot of baby mons that got scrapped from the game. So here we go. We have begun. Here is our grass starter, aka Chikorita. We have Bayleaf and Magearnum. This is when things started to change. Right after these initial three. As you can see, Bayleaf looks really creepy looking. I would not want to bump into a Bayleaf at all. Bayleaf looks absolutely strange. Then we have the Firestorm that was scrapped from the game. It is a mono fire type, and it is a bear. It's a fire bear that evolves. It's a flame bear, then a vol bear, then a dyna bear. That's what it is. And then we're going to go down a little more further. And here is our water starter. Here is water. It's mono water as well. A lot of people say that Popplio was influenced from this, and they brought this design on later. So the idea of having a fire bear within Pokemon is not too hard. You know, it's not far-fetched anymore at this point when you see this. But also, this Pokemon bears kind of similarities to Dratini. It's the way its head is shaped. But I don't know. Maybe we might get a fire type since they have released something that looks like a steel type looking Pokemon. Anyway, we have Hoot Hoot. Hoot Hoot look absolutely the same, but when it goes to its next form, look at its next form. Noctowl looks completely different. It looks like a cyber robotic owl as opposed to its final version. So the beta versions looks different. Nothing really different with Mareep here, Flaffy, Ampharos, nothing crazy. Then we have these two. These two are interesting Pokemon to take a look at. This one is Baby Vulpix, also known as Trifox. So you had Trifox, Vulpix, then Ninetales. It says water typing, and in brackets it says it should be fire. I guess that was the coding of the game. Then we have Tangle, which is the baby form of Tangela, and that evolves at level 22, and is a mono grass type. We have something here written, Janala evolves from Tangela at level 44. This was the early, I guess this is in the data mine for Tang growth later on. Then we have ourselves over here an early Mantine. This is an early Mantine right over here. It is a water and a flying type, of course. Then we have Quillfish. This is Quillfish over here. And then we have Quillfish's evolution that was completely scrapped. I don't know why they scrapped it. I have no idea. Quillfish is absolute trash and they should be adding more. This is an evolved Quillfish. And I think its face looks absolutely funny. And I believe this Pokemon should have gotten an evolution. Let me move on to Pichu. Look at Pichu. Pichu reminds me of the Digimon at the most baby form. They have like no real long arms, no real legs, no definition. They're just little circle globs, just like Digimon, which is really interesting. I wonder if Digimon was inspired over here, or Pokemon was inspired by something. I don't know. I don't know the order of who inspired who, but I'm pretty sure Digimon maybe got inspired by Pokemon. Then we have Cleffa, has a little circle on its head. Nothing different there. Besides that little dot, we have Igglybuff. Igglybuff looks cute. Has no hair at all and just a pure circle. Quagsire looks aight. Natu, Xatu. Then we have Gloppy, which is apparently the baby version of Goldeen. The baby version of Goldeen, Gloppy, which looks like Kingdra. Looks like a baby Kingdra, which is kind of dumb. So you go from like baby looking Kingdra to Goldeen to real Kingdra. So that was a little off. Moving on, we have Sunmola, which is going to evolve into Anchorage, and Anchorage is its next evolution. And then it evolves into Grotesque at level 38, which becomes this thing. I don't know why a shark would become a giant, disgusting eel, but as you guys can tell, this shark looks pretty familiar. Not the fact that it has a chain or hook to its body, but by the fact that it's cut in half, and it's not really like a full-size shark. So you can kind of think that maybe that Pokemon became Sharpedo, and Gorchess became Gorbis, Huntail, or Lantern is what the data mine says it's probably influenced by. We got ourselves Crobat, and then here's another Pokemon. We got Parasite. A Para, all known as Para, it's basically baby Paras. And it looks like Paras is shoved inside of a mushroom. And then you have Paras, and then you get Parasect, which is basically its evolved final form, and it's the full mushroom. So the baby Pokemon here seem to have some inspirations from the further evolution, also with the young evolution. Then we have Spinarak, we have Ariados, Skarmory, and this is the funny one I'm talking about. This is Baby Ditto. Baby Ditto is what? What on earth? Baby Ditto looks so funny. Baby Ditto is the funniest looking thing I've ever seen. It's just screaming, and it's a normal type, and apparently it evolves with Metal Coat, which is probably a reason why sometimes I think Dittos hold Metal Coats. Correct me if I'm wrong in the chat, but I think that's why Dittos hold Metal Coats now. Here we have a baby Doduo, which is also kind of stupid because Doduo has 2 heads, and then Dotrio has 3 heads, and this little baby has 3 heads. So I can understand why this Pokemon was scrapped. It's a normal flying type. Nothing here with Fanfi. Donphan, nothing different here. Then we have something known as Twins with a Z. This is a dark normal type and evolves at level 29. I believe this probably could have been maybe Giraffing since it had 2 heads. Then we have Giraffing, which is a dark normal typing. But look at Giraffing. Giraffing had 2 heads as opposed to just its original one with the little creepy Mario looking anchor monster on the back of its tail. It had 2 heads, and I kind of wish it stuck to that because that kind of gave the whole normal and dark aspect to that normal Pokemon. Moving on, we have baby Meowth, known as Meowsy. Evolves at level 14, is a normal typing. And then we have the dark cat known as Rinrin. Rinrin is the dark cat, and that is a female only and evolves at level 28. And then it becomes this new type. Becomes Belly Buoyant, another dark type. I want to just talk about something here. I believe that Meowth received the dark Alolan cat form because they scrapped this Pokemon. This is a dark cat. They scrapped that to put in maybe Meowth as well. Moving on, we have Worrell, which looks kind of strange. It has a froggy appearance to it. Slowking, nothing different here. Unknown. Going down, we have Ledion. It looks like a little funny beetle. It was completely in its shell in this one as a ladybug, as opposed to being like the fighting type looking bug. Then we have baby Ponyta, which evolves at level 20, known as Minicorn. Minicorn. So another baby mon here. Espeon and Umbreon don't look much different. And here is Turban. And Turban is the thing that is known to bite Slowking's tail. But now it's not known as that. It's known as, I believe, a Shouter that bites it and becomes a Cloyster as it evolves with the Slowpoke or Slowbro or wherever it bites its head. Then we have Baby Muck, also known as Grimy, Baby Grimer, and evolves at level 19, just a poison type. And Turban, by the way, is a water type. Moving on, Octillery had a helmet, just like a soldier in War would. So it had appearances of a tank. Pokemon changed it into just a regular octopus as opposed to the tank one. Then we have early Tyrogue. I guess this is supposed to be Tyrogue. This was known as Gong. They changed this to Tyrogue, and Gong looks like a little Mickey Mouse with this little like punching hand. So that's a little adorable about it. And then Hitmontop changed over in the main designs as well. And then we have a Putty, which is a fire type baby Growlithe. So it's a little puppy that becomes a Growlithe, and the Growlithe becomes an Arcanine. So there was originally 3 forms, which is interesting. And then we have these designs of Hoppip, Skiploom, and Jumpluff. Nothing too crazy. Jumpluff just doesn't have the 3 cotton stuff sticking out of it in the new design. Then we have baby Mr. Mime, known as Ballerine. There's Ballerine. Moving down. Wait, we don't have a baby Mr. Mime. Yeah, so they scrapped that. That could have been a thing. Baby Mr. Mime. I'm kind of upset, and that was just a normal typing. Then we have the cute little Smoochum. This is the early variant of Smoochum, which just looks like a Jinx, just shrunk. So they changed it to be a little actual baby later on in the real versions. Going down, oh my gosh, Elekid. That was his original name was Elekid. This was Elekid, and then it became Elekid. It was only a male-only type, and he evolves at level 15. And then we have Baby Magmy, a little more pointy. They went from a pointy design down to more of a circular design. Then, wow, Blossom looked a little bit different back in the day. A little more pointy flowers on the tips of its heads, and they moved it down to circular. Then we, I believe, have an unreleased Pokemon over here known as Belmit. It evolves from Weeping Bell with a Poison Stone. So this is an unreleased design completely. It looks kind of weird. It has that Bellsprout kind of face to it still, so ugh. I'm not personally a big fan. It's a grass poison type as well. Moving on, we have another Pokemon that wasn't released. This is known as Bombseel. A seal with fire. It's a water fire type. Gen 2 had a water fire type planned. Oh my gosh, this is before Volcanion even existed. Water fire typing was a thing. Bombseel, I wish you existed. That would have been amazing and thrown off the meta back in the day. Then we have our Delibird. Nothing crazy with that. And some more unreleased Pokemon here. Now, this is the fun stuff. We have Tigatry, which is like a little tiger mouse. It's electric, evolves at 35 into Electiger. So it's a tiger. It's actually, it's not even a mouse, it's a tiger. It looked like a little cute mouse, but it's a tiger, electric, and its cry is apparently similar to Dragonaire's. Then finally, we have Madame, which is a female-only, I believe. It could be like a male-female thing, but it has that female appearance to it. It is a female evolution of Farfetch that evolves at level 24. Oh my goodness, the Pokemon that needed evolutions did not get their evolutions. And I'm really upset about this. Farfetch would have been a lot better, but I guess they wanted to keep that normally. Next, we have a Ghost Pokemon. This is literally just a voodoo doll. And you can kind of understand why Pokemon took this one out. It is a Cursed Straw doll. That is creepy. Known as Crushed Straw. It is a ghost type and evolves at level 1 into Pangshi, which is weird because... What? Would you get this? Would you just find this item and it evolve? I don't know. That's a little weird. This is a weird type of Pokemon. This is actually really creepy. Moving on, we have Pangashi. That's pretty much what it evolves into, and that's still a ghost type. So it goes from that creepy thing to Pangashi. Moving on, we have Murkrow. Murkrow doesn't look so different. Just has a little more witchy kind of hat appearance to it, and they reduced that witch appearance of the hat, so it doesn't look like a creepy witch. Wow. The early version of Blissey looked absolutely weird. That looked absolutely weird. It has a little heart on its head, and it looks like it's about to fight. Caesar, not too much of a difference. Pinsir, oh, this is Plux. Pinsir had an evolution that was scrapped. Evolves from Pinsir at level 42. So this is a scrapped Pokemon completely. Then we have our basic Houndour and Houndoom. Nothing new here. And here's some more. We have Wolfman and Warwolf. Apparently this says evolves at level 25, early Snover or Swinub. And this is an ice type. That's what they were thinking about here. And then Werewolf is an early Abomasnow or Piloswine. So they're saying this is what this Pokemon most likely became. Next off, Porygon literally looks like the character from Bleach known as Kon. If you guys Google K-O-N from Bleach, you will get this little lion teddy bear looking thing. So the early version of Porygon 2 was very strange. It is a normal type. Then we have, I believe, evolves from Lickitung at level 32. His name is Lick. It's another unreleased Pokemon, normal. Then we have Steelix. We've seen Steelix, and Kingdra looked really different back in the day. I think Kingdra's older design looked a little more intimidating than its new one. I like Kingdra's old design. It is a dragon water type as well. Moving on, we have our three boys here. We have Raikou, Entei, and Suicune. And they looked completely different back in the day. And I know a lot of people get confused now and call them cats and lions, but they are known as the legendary dogs, and they had a more dog-like appearance back in the day. So they were normal, electric, fire, and water. So they stuck to the normal numbers in the decks as well. Then we have our Sneasel. Sneasel was also here. And Sneasel looked more cutesy back in the day, and they got more intimidating in the real versions. We have Ho-Oh. Nothing crazy here. And then we have finally Togepi, Snubbull, and then our Aipom. Looks like a little monkey. And then, here we go, Leafeon. They had plans, pretty much, for Leafeon in Gen 2. So in Gen 2, we were supposed to get 3 evolutions, but they decided to scrap the Leaf one and put it on for a way later time. So that's really interesting to see a lot of this concept stuff and to analyze that stuff. So guys, let me know down in the comments below, what do you guys think about these Pokemon? I mean, they look really cool. A lot of them are baby versions of what we already know. What do you guys wish was still in the game, or do you think Game Freak has any plans to implement their old scrapped ideas into something new in the future games? Maybe Gen 8 might have some old Pokemon having evolutions. There's a lot of Pokemon that still need evolutions that their ideas are still here. Let me know. It's very interesting to look at this list. Again, I will provide a link for this in the description below so you guys can take a look at this yourselves. My name is PhillyBeatzU, and thank you for coming to this discussion. I will see you guys in the next Pokemon video. Have a great and wonderful day. I'm out.